A Utah woman thought she found the perfect way to save on wedding expenses. We're talking about discount stamps.
But what seemed like a bargain quickly turned into a mess. So she decided it was time to get Gephardt to investigate.
Danny, Mike, this mother of the bride finds herself tangled in a stamp scandal. She's sitting on hundreds of dollars in stamps that, if they're fake and she uses them, she could be in some real trouble. But nobody can seem to tell her if they are real or not. Weddings bring joy, they bring love. But for the mother of a bride, they can also bring a little anxiety, right? I mean, from the church or reception center to the dress and the cake, weddings not exactly inexpensive. Heck, even just sending out invitations can bleed your wallet dry.
And anxiety.
It was while trying to relieve a touch of the financial stress that Margot Loftus stumbled upon an advertisement for discount stamps.
And some of them weren't the big 60% off.
What perfect timing.
And our daughter's getting married in the summer.
Margot ordered, paying just $118 for $292 worth of stamps. And they arrived, but before long, Margot was met with an altogether different stressor.
My credit card company flagged it as a fraudulent site and wouldn't pay it.
Now she's got all these stamps that she technically has not paid for. Will the company come after her demanding payment? Or worse, is she in legal jeopardy?
I need a way to find out if they're good. They said you can take them to the post office, but I was afraid to do that. I've seen too many crime shows, so I thought I was going to prison if I showed up at the post office with counterfeit stamps.
The postal inspector's going to throw you in handcuffs right there?
Yeah.
But Margot is apparently less nervous about me being thrown in handcuffs.
Thought, well, I'll just get Gephardt and find out what's right and what's not.
So Margot gave me her stamps.
Are these real?
And I brought them to Utah's U.S. Postal Inspector, Brooke Robinson, who, after careful examination...
I can't tell.
You can't tell?
I can't tell by looking at them, no. No postal employee could look at these and know that they're good.
What Robinson can tell me is that stamp fraud is a crime that is on the rise.
I think the Postal Service loses somewhere between $15, $18 million a year.
So I asked, what if I were to get busted using one?
Can I get in trouble?
You could.
Because stamps are considered currency, the punishment can be as stiff as trying to pass bogus bills. But really, Robinson says, most people who buy them are victims, out the money that they paid for a worthless product.
So what I'll probably do is contact the customer and say, where did you buy these?
The answer is usually a website that they then work to shut down, and then they get to work trying to track down the source. Just last month, postal inspectors seized $118,000 worth in the Chicago International Mail branch, and Robinson says they have raided warehouses that have much more than that.
Now, where do they come from? China.
And while even this veteran inspector cannot tell me if these are legitimate here on the spot, there are ways.
How do you catch that?
Well, without giving too much away, there is some machinery that will detect it.
Their machines flag them, kick them out, and send them off to a lab in Virginia for further inspection.
And if you look at them, they look pretty legitimate.
So, Margot, no, you likely will not be thrown in jail, but the red flags are there, namely, nobody sells stamps for 60% off. And if you do use them, you do run the real risk of losing all those wedding invitations when they are pulled and then sent to the East Coast. Counterfeit stamps are often sold online at significant discounts, ranging from 20% to 50% off their face value. The U.S. Postal Inspection Service advises customers to only buy stamps either from the Postal Service or from approved postal providers, as the only way really to ensure authenticity.
All right.
We're glad that neither of you are going to be thrown in the clink.
Yeah,
what a
that's
relief.
good. You're not in it now. You made the news tonight, so I'm glad.